Alright there, welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. Today we are going to be talking about the new album from The Crown, Royal Destroyer. So this is the 10th album, that's what's been passed around. But I do wonder, does that include the two albums that they did as Crown-a-thons? Because they were Crown-a-thons, they did two albums, The Burning and Eternal Death, something like that. Then they had to change their name to The Crown, and then those two Crown-a-thons albums got reissued as The Crown. So does that include, is it the 10th album or the 10th, 11th or 12th? Anyway, doesn't matter. I was late to the party when it came to The Crown, I've got to admit. I joined on Cobra Speed Venom and then worked my way back. I've got the two Crown-a-thon albums. So yeah, so you got Eternal Death and the Burning, and this is generally Death Race King is generally regarded as the classic by the band. And yeah, I've worked my way backwards really. I've still got a few more gaps to, excuse me, Phil. I can't believe as well how good this album is. Fuck me, this is and I can't believe, right, this was released I think the same day as Slaughter of the Soul by Out the Gates, and the band actually toured together on both these tours. And I think I saw an interview with the guitarist Marco. I'm not going to even bother pronouncing his surname because I'm going to mess it up. But yeah, the Crown supported At the Gates on the Slaughter of the Soul launch party, and they were actually releasing, amazing. And I've only just heard it like in the last year or two. So yeah, I've got major catching up to do with this band. Anyway, if you're like me and you're also late to the party, what are the Crown like? Well, think of the melodic death metal that you get from Sweden, that's automatically associated with Sweden now, that we all take for granted. But these guys have been doing it for 30 years, so they're not ripping anyone off really. And but these guys got much more of a thrash metal element to them, and dare I say, a bit of Motorhead. There's a real rock and roll. They're not too caught up in being dark and they seem to have a bit of fun with it. Not in a comedy way either, or tongue-in-cheek way, but excuse me. They just don't have any bullshit about them really. There's no. They're very street level. They're very upfront, very down to earth, and they just get on with it. There's no big grand intros. There's nothing. The songs just get straight down into it, and the riffs and just the quality of the songwriting really just speaks for itself. So yeah, they're not your typical Swedish death metal band in that respect really. They got a bit more of a knuckle down. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think you get what I mean anyway. So yeah, I got the special Digipack edition. Let's have a look before we get into the review. Very nicely packaged. Open it up. Cool picture of the band there. You've got this cool bit of artwork with a load of Vikings fighting each other. This was the sticker on the front as well. I'll read that for you. 30 years, album number 10. Well, if they're saying it's number 10, it's number 10. Death fucking metal! Deluxe edition includes a bonus. I was going to tell you about that, honest. Yeah, so you got a bonus track. This has got two CDs. So on disc number 1, you got the album with a bonus track, and then you got a second 13-track bonus CD. That's playing now, and I was hoping YouTube don't pick it up and give me a smack on the wrist for copyright, because I'm earning so much fucking money from doing this. A true royal victory, 10 out of 10 from Death Forever, 9 out of 10 from Hard Rock, and 15 out of 15 by Legacy. But you're at the Nightmare Cabin now, you want to know what the Nightmare Cabin thinks. Yep, so here's the booklet. So, oh shit. Right, so the second disc is basically a bunch of demos, I believe, from Death Race. Oh, there's a note for it here. I'll read it out to you. So the second disc is called Death Race 13. It says a few words about the bonus disc, Death Race 13. I guess you figured out already that this is a collection of Death Race King and Possessed 13 material. There are some really interesting versions here, like Dead Man's Song with completely different lyrics, me playing drums on Vengeance and Dead Man's Song, different arrangements, etc. In 1999, me and Marcus attended a sound engineer course, and what is the best way to learn? Yes, to record, mix, record and mix. The Death Race demos are recorded during that course. For some songs, me and Marcus played all the instruments, and we invited in the dudes. We also recorded shitloads of cover songs. Let's see if we dare putting them out someday. We're talking very serious covers, various covers like Sepultura, Testament, Motley Crue, Black Sabbath, Metallica, just to name a few. For the Possessed 13, we did a pretty pre-production. We got help from a friend. While it's written in this weird font, who owned recording gear and recorded everything in the rehearsal room. This CD gives you a bit of insight into what we worked with back then. Basically, we bring a complete songs to the rehearsal room, and then we dig in and work on details. Yeah, there's a few other bits as well, but yeah. So you got a bunch of demos, really. It sounds pretty cool, as you can hear. I think, yeah, this is for the diehards only, but get it while you can, I guess. For the extra, well, it's not that much of a price difference. But yeah, if you're watching this in like 20 years and this is like really expensive now, unless you're a complete diehard, I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, I guess we'll get into the album now. So it kicks off with this song that's about like a minute and a half long. Absolutely no messing about at all. You just get a small bit of feedback, little riff building up, and then bang, we're in. And yeah, you get the first album's called Baptizing Violence, and it's just a no-nonsense, straight in there, real fast, shredding, barking vocals, and then a minute and a half, it's over, done. And that's it, we're in. Then we get into Hammer, what was it called again? Let the Hammer In Begin, which is a tribute to Jeff Hanneman, apparently. And this is like a 6-minute epic. So I kind of get why they might have opened with the minute and a half song rather than opening with, because this is a good, I'd have no qualms if I was in the band opening the live set with Let the Hammer In Begin. Then again, they could open with Banish the Thing and go into it like that. But I quite like the whole, they had that minute and a half icebreaker and then go into this full fleshed out song. It goes through a bunch of different stages, really. Goes from, like, you know, fast and heavy, nice thrashy riffs, nice shredding, lots of melody running throughout the songs. It's all that sort of holds everything together, really, and splits everything up. But yeah, it's a bit of an epic song. It's got a fantastic lead in it as well. Then we've got Motor Death. I don't know if that's like a Motorhead, Megadeth. Metallica had that song Motor Breath on the first album. I don't know if there's a hodgepodge of all different terms. But again, great riffs. It's nice and thrashy. It's got a nice little stompy section in the middle with this like quick little shredding riff. That's just fucking really nice. Just a really nice, like a, and it's just a quick blinking and missing sort of riff, but it's great. Ultra Faust. Ultra Faust. There you go. One of the catchiest choruses ever. Ultra Faust Viking Punk. Viking Punk. Is there ever a better phrase that you've ever heard? And wouldn't you want to be described as a Viking Punk? But yeah, this one sort of starts off with like a slow build up, but then once it kicks in, once the shredding and the speed kicks in, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, it builds up to this like shred fest, and yeah, just an awesome catchy chorus. Hold your fast, fucking bug. The vocalist is just awesome. What's his name? Is it Johan? But he's a fantastic vocalist. Got this real like good barking scream. It suits the songs perfectly. And yeah, the first 4 songs back to back is just an assault. It just doesn't stop for breath. So when Glorious Hades kicks in, that's more of a slow melodic track, but still heavy as fuck. And it's got this epic solo. And when I say epic solo, I mean real playing the guitar on a mountain while a camera on a helicopter zooms over you. Real Kirk Hammett Unforgiven style solo. And the rest of the album carries on nicely. There's not a bad song on it, and it doesn't stop for breath. And where you might get a 6-minute song, but then it's followed by 2 3-minute songs, so everything just passes along nicely. Another highlight is We Drift On. That's a much very different song for the Crown, and it's just got this epic, defiant, anthemic chorus. So it's like we drift on, we sail on, da da da. I can't remember the lyrics now. Da 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 da, jump away. And then that chorus goes on over the loud chorus, and it's just fantastic. And like I say, it's an anthem. Really, really cool. The way it goes down nice and quiet and builds up to that big, massive chorus. Really, really good stuff. And then Beyond the Frail as well. It's kind of shredded and thingy, but it's got this great sort of Megadeth style riff, like a and then it all kind of reduces down to that main sort of melody running through it. It gets reduced down to that, where it's played on a clean guitar, and then just fades out. It's a great way to finish an album. And then the bonus track, Absolute Monarchy, that's not bad. I mean, it's worth getting it if you can get hold of it, but I wouldn't say break your back getting hold of this edition. Definitely get the album. Highly recommend the album. But if you got the standard edition, yeah, just get it. But if you got this, yeah, get that. But don't drive yourself mad. If you get this is a bonus, but the standard edition's fine. I think it pretty much picks up where Cobra Speed Venom leaves off, really. I think these 2 albums flow quite nicely between each other. I think this seemed to be a bit of a, not a return to form, but it did the band did see a bit of a resurgence with this album, and it's where I jumped on board. But I think Death Race King is still the classic. But yeah, a fantastic addition to what I can gather is a great catalogue, really. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this album. I think I just really like their straightforward approach. I mean, on the first couple of listens is pretty basic, but the more you listen to it, more is revealed. You start noticing those hidden details within the songs, and there's just so many great riffs, and even the drums as well. There's just little bits start popping out. Go, fucking hell, listen to that and that pattern there, and listen to that there, and then it just brings on just how good these songs are. But they just sound so simple because of how well they're done, and I think that's the Crown's hidden sort of power, really. That they make it look easy. It sounds simple, but it's not. These are really well structured, well thought out, multi-layered, interwoven songs, and they have this perfect balance of good, fast, catchy riffs with really good sort of beautiful melodies interwoven in. So if the riff doesn't catch you out, the melodies will definitely stick you in your head. And everything's perfectly paced and perfectly timed, and everything's just scaled down, and cut down the thing and distilled, and there just isn't an ounce of fat on this album, and there's just no messing about. There's no bullshit intros, no silly little interludes, no big build-ups, no big over-dramatics. It's just good, straightforward thrash metal and death metal interlocking with a nice bit of melody run through everything just to hold everything together and keep it going. What more could you ask for? Fantastic stuff. And I bet these are fucking awesome live. I'm really looking forward to gigs coming back, and I'd really like to see them live. And yeah, I think listening to this is making me want to dig these out again, because I bought all these last year, and carry on filling in the gaps really and getting the whole collection. But yeah, it's a really cool band. So yeah, definitely. I forgot the title again. Royal Destroyer. I was going to call it Cobra Speed Venom. But yeah, definitely check it out. Well worth your time. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for the positive feedback from the Sabbath video. Thanks to Chris from worshipmetal.com, and thanks to Carl Black from Thrash Metal Album of the Fortnight, the Facebook group. Really good, nice positive review you wrote there. That was really nice of you. So yeah, if you can just give me a if you want to help us out, just give us one of them. It really does help us out with the algorithms, and it spreads things out. The subscribers are slowly but surely building up as well, so welcome aboard all of you that recently subscribed. And yeah, we'll carry on as we intend to go on. In about an hour I'm going to be recording with Percy again. We're going to carry on our AFI series, and then tomorrow night I'm doing Virtual 11 with Luke with Maiden Cast. So yeah, more stuff to come. And then after that I'm going to crack on with the Morbid Angel series. Well, more like the Eric Rutan series. If you like the Morbid Angel, Let's Talk About, I'm going to be doing Ripping Corpse next, and then I'm going to be doing a Let's Talk About with Hate Eternal, and then I'll do Alice as well, and Internecine. I'm going to be definitely doing Internecine, and then hopefully we're going to get Jackie Schmidt from Into the Necrosphere, and we're going to be doing a Let's Talk About video, and we're going to be going through Akakoka. We're going to go through all of Akakoka's back catalogue. So yeah, loads of good stuff to come. So thanks for watching, and yeah, see you all soon. Take care.